Have you ever walked into a supermarket for just one thing and come out with a cart full of items you didn't even know you needed? Don't worry, you're not alone. You've just been caught in the web of supermarket wizardry. A finely tuned system designed to make you spend more money. But what if I told you that beyond the clever layouts and irresistible buy one, get one free offers, there's another layer of trickery involved? Yes, I'm talking about secret chemicals in the foods we buy every day. Let's dive into this rabbit hole and see if your grocery store is keeping you hooked with more than just low prices and shiny packaging. First up, let's talk about the smell. Ever noticed how the bakery section of your local supermarket smells like freshly baked bread, even if no one is actually baking bread there? That's no accident. Supermarkets often pump artificial scents into the air to activate your olfactory senses and get you in the mood to buy more. Studies have shown that the smell of fresh bread or cookies can make you feel hungry, even if you just ate. And once you're hungry, your brain switches to "oh no, we're starving, better buy everything" mode. The second trick up your supermarket sleeve is color. Brightly colored fruits and vegetables practically scream fresh and healthy at you. But did you know that those vibrant hues aren't always natural? Many fruits and vegetables are treated with food-grade waxes or chemicals to make them appear shinier and more appealing. Take apples, for instance. They're often coated with a thin layer of wax to make them gleam under those fluorescent lights. While the wax itself is generally considered safe to eat, it's still a bit unsettling to think that your natural apple has been polished like a bowling ball. And let's not forget about processed foods. Those bright orange cheese puffs and neon-colored cereals, they owe their eye-popping shades to artificial dyes like Red 40, Yellow 5, and Blue 1. While these dyes are FDA approved, some studies have linked them to hyperactivity in children and even allergic reactions. So the next time you're mesmerized by a box of rainbow-colored cereal, remember, it's not magic, it's just chemistry. Now let's address the sweetest secret of all: sugar. It's no secret that sugar makes things taste amazing, but what you might not know is how often it's hiding in places you'd least expect. Salad dressings, bread, pasta sauce, even your so-called healthy granola bars can be loaded with added sugars. Why? Because sugar is addictive. It triggers the release of dopamine in your brain, making you feel happy and satisfied. The food industry knows this all too well and takes full advantage of it. So while you're innocently drizzling that low-fat salad dressing over your greens, you might actually be consuming more sugar than a candy bar. Monosodium glutamate, or MSG, is another ingredient that's often shrouded in controversy. Found in many processed foods, MSG is used to enhance flavor and make foods taste more savory and satisfying. It's the secret behind why some chips or instant noodles are so irresistibly good. While the FDA considers MSG to be safe, some people claim it gives them headaches or other adverse reactions. Whether you love it or hate it, there's no denying that MSG plays a big role in keeping you hooked on certain snacks. Preservatives are another group of chemicals that deserve a closer look. On one hand, they're the reason your loaf of bread doesn't turn into a science experiment within a week. On the other hand, some preservatives like BHA and BHT have been linked to potential health risks. These chemicals are commonly used to prevent fats and oils from going rancid, but animal studies have raised questions about their long-term safety. While the amounts used in food are generally considered safe for humans, it's worth asking whether we're too reliant on these synthetic additives. The enigmatic natural flavors. You've probably seen this term on ingredient lists and thought, "oh, that sounds healthy." But what does it actually mean? The truth is, natural flavors can be derived from anything found in nature, but the process to extract and refine them often involves a lot of lab work. In some cases, there's very little difference between natural and artificial flavors, aside from the source. So while natural flavors might sound wholesome, they're really just another way to make food taste better and keep you coming back for more. Let's not forget about salt, the unsung hero of processed foods. Salt doesn't just make food taste good, it also acts as a preservative and enhances texture. But too much salt can lead to health issues like high blood pressure and heart disease. The tricky part is that salt is often hidden in foods you wouldn't expect, like breakfast cereals and canned vegetables. The result? Many of us end up consuming way more sodium than we should, often without even realizing it. At this point, you might be wondering, why do supermarkets and food manufacturers go to such lengths to keep us hooked? The answer is simple: profit. The more appealing a product is, the more likely you're to buy it again and again. And the more you buy, the more money they make. It's a well-oiled machine designed to turn your cravings into cold, hard cash. So what can you do to avoid falling into these chemical traps? Here are a few tips. Read the labels. The ingredient list is your best friend. If you can't pronounce an ingredient, it might be worth reconsidering. Shop the perimeter. Fresh fruits, vegetables, and other whole foods are usually located around the edges of the store. Stick to these areas as much as possible. Cook at home. Preparing meals from scratch gives you full control over what goes into your food. Don't shop hungry. A hungry shopper is an impulsive shopper. Eat a snack before you hit the store to avoid buying unnecessary items. While it might be overwhelming to think about all the chemicals lurking in your food, it's important to remember that knowledge is power. By understanding what's in your food and why it's there, you can make more informed choices and take back control of your diet. And who knows, maybe one day supermarkets will prioritize health over profit. But until that day comes, keep your eyes open and your shopping list tight. So the next time you stroll through those aisles, take a moment to appreciate the layers of psychology, chemistry, and marketing that went into getting that box of cookies into your cart. And remember, the best way to beat the system is to know how it works. Happy shopping!